Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. Before we migrate to the next point, I'll allow Senator Thangwa or something just to wrap up.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair, for this opportunity. It is on a question that I asked, and the same question has been asked by Senator for Migori, Senator Eddie, on the issue of whether there is a legal framework that allows the Meru County Referral Hospital to spend money at source. Mr. Speaker, there is an act, and it is called Meru County Teaching and Referral Hospital Board. A board is established, and if I can read to you section 14 of that act, it says, after a board is established, the board will have funds, and the funds of the board shall comprise such monies as may be appropriated by the county assembly. So the county assembly put the money into that fund. Such sums as may be realized from the board's business. So that is the amount that they charge at the hospital. Monies earned or arising from any investment of the funds. Such grants or transfers as may be received from the national government. Grants and donations received from any other lawful source. Such monies received as user charges, fees payable, or insurance. And Mr. Chair, the board has a director and they have a CEO who at least 3 months before the commencement of each year, financial year, the board shall cause to be prepared estimates of the revenue and the expenditure of the hospital for that year. So maybe we go back to the witness, Honorable DMK. Are you aware of that act?
I'm aware now of the act, but it does still not permit for monies obtained to be retained and spent at source. Actually, I've been listening to what you are reading, Honorable Senator, whereby they have to prepare a budget, the money has to be appropriated by the assembly, and sources are from business that they can do as a hospital. And you cannot say that the money that is charged from patients is part of the business of the board. The board is a board corporate that is allowed to do its own business.
Let me read for you section 14.3. The board shall open, and remember you said there was no such act, right? You were not aware.
I'm not aware.
You were not aware. Yeah. I'm informing you about the Meru affairs. The board shall open and operate bank accounts into which monies received shall be paid solely for the purpose of managing and administering the funds received. So that means what the governor was saying, that when they're managing the affairs of the county, of the hospital, the law itself permits that.
Remember what the governor was telling them to use the funds that they remit to the revenue fund. The fact that she was telling them to retain.
Order.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
We will not proceed with altercations. You started by saying that you are not aware, and now the law has been brought to your attention. You've put your case. The senators will use what you said and weigh it against the provisions of the act by the County Assembly of Meru.
Point of information, Chair, yes. With your permission.
1 minute, yes. Yes, I think, point of information?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
You want to inform who?
I want to inform the House that indeed we have annexed.
You want to bring it to the attention of the House?
Yes, on the question on the floor.
The House is very informed.
Thank you,
yes,
Chair.
Yes.
We want to confirm to the House that we have annexed that particular act that the Honorable Senator is talking about. It is appearing at page 161 of volume 2 of our bundle of documents. That act is in existence. It has been supplied to the House and to the County Assembly. Thank you.
County Assembly Attorney.
Chair, we also wish to inform you by section 14.4 of that same act as annexed, it says the revenues of that board of the Meru Level 5 Hospital shall be spent in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act.
Very well. So I want now to request with thanks and congratulations, our witness to step down from the witness stand.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
It's been a very long afternoon, but that's how justice goes. Next witness.
Our next witness is Lucy Mukaria. She will be examined in chief by my learned friend, Mr. Eric Muriuki.
You sacrificed her time for the sake of the star witness.
We are guided,
how much time would you like us to give you?
Mr. Muriuki tells me he should take no more than 20 to 30 minutes with this witness.
The way we agreed. It will be 12 minutes because there is 40 minutes to share. So that is 12. See how best you can do it, Council.
Yes, Honorable Chair of the Special
Just hold. Let the witness take oath.
Would you like to affirm or take an oath?
I can take an oath.
Take an oath.
Yeah. I, Lucy Makena Mukaria, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before this committee in respect of the matters before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Slight improvement. 13 minutes, not 12. 13.
Yes, Honorable Chair of this special committee, Senator Dr. Boni Khalwale, honorable members of the House, my name is Eric Muriuki. I am an advocate and I will be conducting the examination of our second witness. So, kindly introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you very much, Council, Honorable Chair, Honorable Senators. My name is Lucy Makena Mukaria. I am a nominated member of the Meru County Assembly, where I am nominated and I'm serving my second term as a nominated member. Honorable Chair.
Nominated by what party?
I am nominated by DEP party, popularly known as BAS. Honorable Chair.
Yes, through the chair, how long have you served as a member of the County Assembly of Meru?
Honorable Chair, I have served, I'm serving my second term as a first loaded two. I first came to the County Assembly in the elections of the year 2017. But before then, I had served as a councillor, a nominated councillor in the de facto county councils, where I served in the Meru Municipal Council. Honorable Chair.
Are you familiar with the impeachment motion that is now before this House?
Yes, I am familiar with the impeachment motion because I voted to impeach and I have been following the proceedings thereafter.
So tell this honorable House about any encounters that you have had with the governor, and perhaps speak to our relationship with other leaders.
Honorable Chair, as I said earlier, I served in the Second Assembly as a nominated member, and that is the first time I had an encounter with the governor when she served as the women rep representing Meru, the county MP for Meru. And at that particular time, I was serving as the chair of the Women Caucus in the assembly. So that is the first time I very, very briefly interacted with her when I approached her to be the patron of the Women Caucus in the assembly, which she did not take up. And from that time, I have just known her to be the women rep of Meru County and also now as the governor of the Meru County Assembly.
So, are you aware of any pronouncements made by the governor regarding nominated female MCAs?
Honorable Chair, I remember maybe mostly during the campaigns and shortly before the campaigns of 2022, when actually she used to refer to the nominated member as having been elected through the blankets, whatever that meant, but the connotation was that we did not get the nominations because of merit. We had other favors. And Honorable Chair, this was repeated again on the 19th of October when she forcibly came into the assembly, where I witnessed her also again refer to some of the women MCAs and told them to go look for votes, not to always expect to be given seats through, again, the blankets. That is literally to say what she said, but this was not in good connotation, Honorable Chair, and that was actually demeaning the position of the nominated member of County Assembly, Honorable Chair.
Okay, now that you've mentioned the 19th of October, let us go to that date. What happened on that day?
Council, on the 19th of October 2022, we were all the MCAs were in the county, in the premises of the assembly, and we were busy electing chairs of the committees in the chambers. And I remember while we were still there, and actually we were waiting for the governor's address that afternoon, but before then, and while we were still at the chambers electing members in different positions, I heard around the crowd coming into the assembly, and we all rushed out to see what was happening. And only to see that the governor, followed by a crowd of around 40 to 50 people, coming into the presence of the assembly. And actually, even before I could go out completely, I was caught up at the reception. And the governor was there actually coming forcibly, wanting to get into the chambers. And she had all these people around her. And actually, there was quite a lot of commotion caused at that particular time, Honorable Chair.
While you were there, what did you hear the governor say?
She actually came and got past me into the chambers, but then just in time, the sergeant at arms closed the doors, and so she had to come back from the chambers, because the arrangement of the chamber is that it is quite behind the main entrance. And from there, when she came back, she found all of us, now everybody was alarmed and we had all gone out, and most of us were crowding the reception there, and she started actually like exchanging and shouting to the MCAs and asking. I remember I personally asking her, Your Excellency, you don't have to do that. You just need to walk to the speaker's office, and the speaker will gown up and bring you to the chamber, because anyway, we are expecting you. But then she started shouting now to the other ladies, asking them, well, you should go out there and look for votes. You don't always expect to be given seats under the blankets, like Honorable Chair said earlier. And Before I realized, she had started walking up the ladder, up the staircase to the Speaker's office. And before long, I could hear commotions at the Speaker's office. And I heard actually the secretary begin to make noise because I think she was alarmed. Also later I learned that she was alarmed. And the Speaker came out. Because the Speaker had already gone out, he went up to the chambers, and the Speaker gowned up, and the Sergeant at Arms escorted the Governor to the chambers. Shortly before that, the sitting bell had already rung, and we had all gone into the chambers. Honorable Chair.
Yes, we are constrained for time. We only have 5 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
So, what was supposed to happen in the assembly that day, very briefly?
What was supposed to happen, the governor was supposed to give a county address, the opening address.
Did that address happen?
She was escorted to the chambers, and all the preliminaries were done. And when she took to the podium, the MCAs got out of the chambers.
And briefly, what was the governor's reaction to that MCAs walking out?
I may not know the reaction, but I think there was no quorum to address the assembly, and so she was escorted out, where she went to the Speaker's office, and shortly after that she came out, got into her car, got up the sunroof of her car, and she went to the gate where she was applauded. She was being applauded by a rounding crowd at the entrance of the county assembly. Honorable Chair.
Now, being a female member of the county assembly of Meru yourself, you must be aware of how many female MCAs are in the county assembly.
Yes, the number of the women MCAs are 23, both elected by universal suffrage and those that are nominated by political parties.
The governor, in her affidavit by way of response to this impeachment motion, in paragraphs 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, alleges that her impeachment is an issue of gender, or rather she's being targeted because she is a woman. What do you say to that?
Honorable Chair, we cannot, we cannot say that the governor is being embattled because she's a woman. No, otherwise all the 23 women MCAs would not have impeached her. And we cannot reduce the unrest in Meru right now to just the issues of gender. There are serious governance issues that are being raised, and since morning, Honorable Speaker, we've been demonstrating that. And really this has nothing to do with the fact that the governor is a female. Honorable Chair, there are very serious issues.
2 more minutes.
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Honorable Chair, we cannot reduce that discussion, that conversation that is really keeping the Meru people awake and that has kept this House, the Honorable Senators in this chamber since morning, to just the issues of gender. No, the Meru County Assembly is raising very serious issues of governance, and what we feel is like, personally, I feel like the governor has lacked in the area of using her soft skills to manage the county government. And by soft skills, I mean, Honorable Chair, the lack of proper communication. We have been seeing...
So let me stop you there because you are constrained for time. Yes. Which of the 62 specific violations leveled against the governor have been leveled against her for the reason that she is a woman? to the best of your knowledge?
None at all. None at all. We have not been complaining about the governor being a woman. No.
And my last question to you, what latitude does being a woman afford the governor to breach national and county laws or provisions of the Constitution of Kenya?
Honorable Chair, the Constitution of Kenya really doesn't care whether you are a woman or a man when it comes to, you know, doing your functions as the governor at any level, or even as a public officer at any level. The Constitution does not really care whether you are a woman, whether you are a man. You are entrusted by the people of Kenya through the Constitution and other laws to be able to act according to the laws set, regardless of whether you are female or male, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I think that concludes my exam in chief for this witness. Asante sana.
Very good. Yes. Somebody's question?
I didn't want to interfere because of time, and but I just want to caution the council from both sides. When you bring witnesses, they are here to help us with evidence. You've been cautioned time without number on the issue of asking witnesses to give us opinions. You will be disadvantaged. I just wanted to reiterate that, Chair.
Thank you. The Council for Governors, cross-examine, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. Honorable Lucy Mukaria, good evening.
Very good evening, Council.
You have told this honorable committee that the governor has accused female MCAs of being nominated through the blankets.
Yes.
You have.
Council, yes.
That was not an allegation that was brought in the impeachment motion, was it?
No, I was just giving, laying a background of why I personally did not go along with her.
Okay. So you voted to impeach the governor because of an allegation that was not contained in the impeachment motion?
No.
But you did not get along with her because of those sentiments?
No, I said, Council, that I did not get along with her because of all the allegations that we have been showcasing throughout the day, Honorable Chair.
You have talked of the events of 19th of October 2022.
Yes.
Confirm to this committee that indeed that was a gazetted day when the governor was supposed to appear and give a maiden speech to the county assembly.
Yes, it is.
Were you expecting the governor to show up?
Yes, we were expecting him in the afternoon at the 2:30 sitting of the 19th of October.
At what time did the governor enter the county assembly compound?
Way before 1 p.m., sorry, I repeat, way before 1 p.m., all around 1 p.m. We had not prepared to sit for the 2:30 p.m. sitting.
Let us look at paragraph 9 in your witness statement. You have accused the governor of accosting one Honorable Frida Naito.
Council, through the chair, perhaps you could share with us the page of the document you're referring to so that we can all follow.
Thank you, Honorable Senator for Nairobi. I'm referring to page 9 of volume 5 of the County Assembly's documents. I'm looking at page 5. It is the witness statements contained at volume 5 of the County Assembly's documents. Our statement appears from page 8 all the way to page 13 So I'm referring to paragraph 9 of her statement, which specifically appears at page 10. So on that page, paragraph, you accuse the governor of accosting one Frida Naito, a nominated MCA.
Yes,
correct?
Counsel.
Again, there has been no allegation in the impeachment motion of the governor accosting any member of county assembly, specifically Frida Naito.
Yeah, I was narrating the
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. There is no specific allegation in the impeachment motion where the governor is being accused of accosting any member of the county assembly.
Yes.
There is none. And the said Frida Naito has not in any way filed an affidavit or a witness statement to that effect that she was ever accosted by the governor.
No, this was my witness statement.
There has
so
been,
it is me who saw that.
It is you who saw that.
Yes.
But the person who was accosted has not taken time to accuse the governor of that.
Yes. She's not a witness in this case.
You also confirmed that you were not one of the witnesses presented before the county assembly to support the impeachment motion.
There was no requirement for witness at the assembly.
You did
and
not.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. Thank you. Look at paragraph 10 of your witness statement again. You accuse the governor of scaring off the secretary. You've actually told this committee that you sensed that there was some cause for alarm at the speaker's office.
Yes.
Again, the impeachment motion did not contain any allegations of the governor ever threatening anyone at the county assembly, specifically the secretary of the speaker.
Again, Counsel, this is my witness that I have sworn under oath. So these are the occurrences that I saw, and so the answer is no.
Has the secretary filed any notice, any affidavit or
not that I am aware of, Counsel.
Not that you're aware of. You've also claimed that your car...
Order. Order. You've made your point. You've made your point. Take your seat. Counsel for the County Assembly. Procedure rule number 20. Why have you brought here Mrs. McKenna to speak to a matter that is not in any of the charges? Please, if you have a similar witness coming, serve us the time. We don't want to appear like we are blocking you, but you can see clearly the things she's speaking to are not before this House.
We are guided, Chair, but if you read the impeachment motion, you note that it says the specific matters listed are just illustrative examples of a long-going campaign of vilification and humiliation of other leaders. And if we had sought to prove all of them, we would have brought to you a litany of hundreds of incidents. Our thinking, which we may be right or wrong, was that having clustered the allegations, we only needed to illustrate to you by the examples stated in the motion. But the governor had noticed from the motion itself that the specific incidents given are expressly indicated as illustrative examples of a long-ranging campaign against other leaders. But I can confirm, Chair, the other witnesses won't even delve in that direction.
Yes, that is a good assurance. Poor us. How do we convince the governor that he's going through a fair process? If your witness is giving an account of when the governor was a member of the National Assembly, what has it got to do with these proceedings? Please take your seat, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Chair, maybe to help the council, because the process of removing a governor from office through impeachment, first they go through the motion. After the motion, the assembly forms a committee to investigate all the allegation, to investigate what was illustrative, as he mentioned. So that means that's when those people who have been mentioned should appear or could have appeared before the committee. So the question is, did they? Did Honorable Lucy, and for a moment I thought the Honorable Governor was giving evidence against herself. They somehow look alike. But what I wanted to mention is that did they appear before that committee? If they did not appear before that committee, Chair, then this is a goose chase.
Yeah, he did not. He has even said it from the witness stand. We were just being patient. We don't want to look unfair. So, Madam McKenna, thank you so much for making time to make the presentation you just did. You are now free to step down.
Chair.
From the witness.
Chair.
Honorable Chair.
Just a minute.
Chair.
Just a minute, members. We will hear the council there. Then I'll come and rule.
Chair, please don't release her. There's something I want to.
Yes. Honorable Chair, I also want to make a similar submission that the witness is testifying on the other ground of forcible entry into the assembly. It is not purely the issue of the vilification of nominated MCAs. And to respond to what
you're saying, the next witness.
No, this witness is also if you read a witness statement, it also speaks to the allegation of forcible entry into the assembly. So it is not true that the witness is only testifying about the issue of vilification of nominated MCAs.
Okay,
that is one.
Point is made.
I have a second
yes.
issue that I want to raise, Honorable Chair. In response to what Senator Karungo Dangwa said, you will note from Standing Order number 65 of the County Assembly of Meru Standing Orders, there is no committee that is formed to investigate or to consider the impeachment motion. So there was no committee before which all these witnesses could appear before to investigate the impeachment motion. That is not the procedure. The procedure is that once the motion is tabled, it undergoes public participation, and finally the House in plenary considers the impeachment motion. There is no committee at any stage whatsoever.
Thank you. So going forward, let me help you. When the County Assembly of Meru is sitting in plenary, it's a committee. It's called the Committee of the Whole. So that is the committee to which this witness would have appeared. To be fair